Okay, here we have an SW24, and I'm going to show you how to assemble it. First thing you want to do is take the little pink piece of foam, vertical stabilizer. What we're going to do is attach that. This foam is a guide. So we put hot glue across the bottom. Put that on up against and hold it for a few seconds until it cools off a little bit. And that looks like that's pretty much in the center. It should be. Now I'm going to take hot glue and run it down both sides. So. And now we're going to put the firewall on. And I like to put this down like that and put this on just to make sure it's going to be there. And then I take glue, hot glue around the edges and then go in like this. And there's much glue on it as you can. Put that on there. Put it against, hold it for a few seconds until the glue stiffens. And then do the same thing around this with the front bead there. Front bead there. Okay, now we're ready for paint. So I'm going to give you the quickest paint job in the world. Like, voila. And we take the horizontal stab, put that in there, and center it, make sure it looks good in the center, not super critical. And take that, 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 and that's that. Now, I forgot to tell you, when you paint this foam, use water-based paint only. Now, I have a Krylon. It's an H2O, that's water-based spray. And then, for some reason, it's Krylon Shortcuts. And I don't know if it has a different propellant in it or what, but it's been okay. That's what I painted this with. And the pink foam is pretty tough, but the white is really susceptible to some of the spray paints. Okay, and you can also get any color you want, like at Lowe's, a little sample thing for like $3 that'll paint 2 of these airplanes. Now, the fuselage is basically ready to attach the wing. So what we're going to do is go to the wing. Wing and 2 ailerons. And what we're going to do is glue them together. Again, you want to hold that until it sets up. And then check and make sure it's straight. If it isn't, you still have enough time you can make it move it a little bit. Now I'm going to put an aileron on. I'm only going to do one, all the same. And also, some of these will come through without the hinges on the elevator and the vertical stabilizer. You do it the same way. So what we're going to do, you fit them up, and you take and you put about every 3 inches you put a little dot of hot glue. And you take a popsicle stick and you just smear it out thin. And you let that set up also, like you did other parts. Okay, and we just continue to do that. Half. And that's that. Now, this is fine until you get a day that's 100 degrees out, and it'll soften that hot glue. So what we do is take, you can get this in little tubes. This is a silicon sealant. This is a door and attic basement sealant. And you take, I'm not going to do this, but you put a little dot about every 4 or 5 inches, and you smear that thin like that. Now that's good for 500 degrees, so that we have not had any problems with any of these things coming loose, providing you use the silicone on top of the hot glue. Now, I'm only going to do one aileron because of time. Now we're going to flip it over, and we're going to put in the little arms here. You want that, you just poke them in, get them set up where you want them. This will be about there because your servo will go in here. And once you've done that and got them where you want them, take some epoxy and go around the area, maybe like the size of a quarter, and on the bottom of this, and put it in there. If you do not put the patch around it, it can pull loose. This goes for the elevator and the rudder. And now I'm going to take, these are 2 blocks that attach the landing gear on. There's 3 holes, 2 on one side, 1 on the other. The 2 holes go toward the outside of the wing. Okay? And what we're going to do is glue that fast to here. And the same as we did the firewall, you just go around like that. You take this and you put it somewhere between those 4 dots. It's not critical. Okay, and then again we take and we go all the way around that, just for strength. Okay. Now we're going to put the landing gear in. These are the right and the left side. We'll get the right one. Put that in there like so. Okay, and then you have 2 little tabs, if I can find them. Now here's one I started. And you start that in one of the, geez, had too much coffee this morning. Okay, and you take another screw, a wood screw. Down fast. Okay, and this will, you want the wheel in front of the wing, about like that. Okay, that takes care of that. Then I'm going to take the fuse, take the wing. I'm not going to do this because I haven't finished the other aileron on this, but basically fit that where it's the best fit. There'll be a little in the front here. There'll be a little tiny gap.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. I finished the wing, the other aileron on, put the landing gear on. Now we're going to attach that to the fuselage. As I started to say when we ran out of battery, hot glue on there, and you take this and you glue it fast. Okay, and then you take the hot glue and again go down that side and then down that side. Okay, so we have it all ready to mount components. So I have one finished here I'm going to get. Here it is. Okay, the battery goes on that side. The ESC is taped to there, the receiver there, the rudder and elevator servos. And the aileron servo, what you do is take the servo, you just get one here. Okay, this is a dummy servo, but take and find out where you want that. It's about a third of the way toward the front of the wing, and just push down to put an indentation where the, center it, where the wing meets. Then take an X-Acto knife and cut that out, pull it out and put it in, and then I just take a little of the hot glue and go around it, and they never come loose. But you see how I took and put epoxy around the area here about big around as a quarter before I put those things in. That's about it. Now the throws, you know what, let me turn this on and I'll just show you what the throws are like. The first time I flew this, I had the throws double what they should have been, and I almost lost the airplane. Okay, the rudder is a full, as much as you can get out of the rudder. The elevator, plus or minus 0.6 inches. And the ailerons are 0.4 inches. I do have Expo in there, about 60% I think, on elevator and ailerons. Now this flies with a tiny bit of up elevator. It depends on your CG, how far back you put it. Now the best flying I found is a 7.5 inch CG from the firewall. In other words, go back from the firewall 7.5 inches. I put a dot there, so when you hold this there, it should sit perfectly level. And that's about it. It's not a plane that you fly in the wind. You can a little bit in a 3, 4, 5 mile an hour wind, but up over that, forget it. It's a very light airplane. It flies very well. It tracks very well. It's very much like the SW-36 and the 48 flying it. And let's see, I guess that's about it. The motor that I have on here is an E-flite 300. It's an 85 watt. It'll fly with less. It's actually a little more than you need. I have a 12 amp Mystery ESC. The servos are small E-flite FLRS 75. Anything will do. The battery is a 3S460, 460 milliamp. That seems to be just about right. The prop is an 8.4 with that motor. It flies very, very well. You can go on to Fly Rod 1234 on YouTube and watch it fly. So, I guess that's about it. Thank you.